Oh my gosh. Wow, he beat me by 56 hegemony. Wow. The play of breaking crafts, the play of nuking my other special. I could have won if I had just built a single craft workshop on Spaceship Cruiser, you know? Oh, it's crazy how the smallest decisions. Or if I had noticed the quest there and just allied 3 sieges, I would have won, you know? Wow, so many subtle plays, dude. Oh my god, quick before I get kicked. So developments, Ecaz had the lead, Smugglers was great. Knowledge, of course Smugglers had none, right? Look at me running out of Solari over and over. Economy, Ecaz, phenomenal. Yeah, I had the least territories the whole game, and yet due to the cook, man, the Carino cook. Dude, if I had just had a nuke, if I had just solved my economy, man, wow. Yeah, Black, seriously, so many things that could have happened. Let's check out Smuggler's tech tree. Let's see what he did. So he went for foot in the door. Nice job. Spying logistics. And honestly, another thing that could have made me win was just slowing down Smug's tempo by not accepting peace with him in the beginning so that he didn't get cheaper UHQs on me. Like every single choice, man. And there's the butterfly effect. There's everything in this game. Yeah, look at that. So he went for his spies, and then immediately the entire red tech tree. He rushed for extra water so that he could run around more. And then he got more manpower first. Interesting. So he skipped over drones initially, which makes sense, right? He doesn't really have the territory for that. He needs to prioritize Plaskri to Solari. Oh, wow. Yeah, so more manpower first. Gets the scavenger drone. Oh, wait, just kidding. I'm completely wrong. He rushes the scavenger drone. Duh. Oh my gosh, I haven't played Smugglers in a while. So he rushes the scavenger drone to get that 30% upkeep with his army and also to have that armor. Yeah. Ah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And see, oh, dude, and all the trains of thought that you can go through in Dune, you know? Oh, wow. You know, some people pick this armory upgrade. Some people like this unit. It's just such a great game, man. Okay, and then he goes and gets max command points, obviously. And then, seriously, man. Black, I think you did phenomenally. I think you played so well, brother. I would say in the beginning, fighting Smugglers, I yelled at you so much and I hated you. And I was literally screaming, bro. Black, what are you doing, bro? Wow. And then wow. So he didn't get Criminal Barons because he probably didn't build any UHQs early. So with him going all military, it allows him to expand freely. So if we look at his territory, you can see you can see that, oh, actually I don't know what he captured. But yeah, he had a spice field, Solari, and another spice. So yeah, money-wise, I don't think he rushed spice. Yeah, Black. Interesting, man. Destroying the crafts. Something I've done before, but I don't think I've ever executed it as perfectly as he did. And then obviously my macro was terrible and I didn't rebuild them. Wow. And then he goes for illicit methods. Composite materials. Okay, yeah, no. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, so check this out, right? He gets his spies. He gets his entire military, which survives economically by pillaging. Then he gets the technology to make UHQs cheaper. While he builds all the UHQs in the next 2 months, because he has all of his money from pillaging, and he's not capping very many territories because he's smugglers, so he invests all of his authority and money into UHQs. And then as he gets them up, once they're for the most part all built, he gets the underworld contacts, and then he benefits from the spice production. Then your boy just kind of sits back and doesn't build any UHQs. And what he does is he goes through and captures all the specials on the map. Or maybe he waits until he has Wonders of the Desert. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he captures more spice fields to help his economy. All good thoughts, ideas for when I play Smuggler. And I'm sure he executed all of that. Atreides, I am not quite sure what our boy got up to. I was not focused on him at all, but I'm sure that the Honorable Duke was doing his thing. I'm not the greatest Atreides main, so this is a fun game we can play. I'm going to try to explain the thought process of the technologies, and Mr. Black can answer and say if he thought the same thing and that's why he did that, or if he had a different reason. And we can see if the logic lines up differently for different people, you know? It's crazy. So, we have the Lance Red Council with influence. Obviously, it's just a flat +2. I don't get this, but it makes sense, right? He goes ahead and starts chooching on cheaper authority to annex and gets more water from villages because his faction really struggles with water. Then your boy gets more knowledge in the research agreement. Interesting. So he gets it third. Oh, well, he has to, right? Because this is the very first one. Duh. Then he gets native customs because he's going to annex more villages. And he has the influence to do so because he got Atreides synthesizers. Then he gets more spies after he's able to expand faster, which makes sense. Okay, he gets a little extra modular parts. Makes sense, probably for the early spice silos to get 20% more spice and some more crew in there. That way he can start stacking up, getting ready for Atreides Foreman. Yep, more water, of course. Goes for the first 4 red tech. The reason you need the first 4 red tech is because this allows you to get up to 55 command points, and in most factions have both armory upgrades. All of that is essential to have a decent standing show of force to stop people from attacking you or to defend yourself if you do get attacked. Now, looking at urban planning, a phenomenal choice early on because Atreides loves building more things. And typically you take Jessica, so he's also getting the early treaty. That way he can send those out. And then these treaties make people incentivized to stay allied with Atreides, which for the most part can allow his tempo to not be hindered by early combat. Then he gets parallel training. I'm not quite sure about this move personally. I don't really think parallel training is that good early on. Maybe he was using his agents to get more manpower. I don't know about this one. And he wanted a third agent. Veteran militia. This is a technology that is crucial to Atreides. If you don't have this technology relatively early in the game, you're making a huge mistake. Because not only does your militia become so much stronger, practically double health, but your units are more beefy and tanky, and they're already so tanky to where any benefit you can get to damage reduction on Atreides is phenomenal. Well, no. This should be later. This should be later, Black. It should be later. Like, but right here. I think you shouldn't have gotten this until all of here, personally. Now, if we look at the air network, it's just to get to veteran militia. Oh, Black says he thinks he took it when it made sense. If you can explain to me why, I'm so interested. Because I don't think you had the manpower production at this time to fully utilize the extra training slots. Personally. Unless you were getting this so that you could build the military academy, and that's what you were using it for. But once again, you don't need the extra training slots from the military academy because you just don't have the manpower production yet. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm excited to hear your thought process. He gets house gifts in the political agreement treaty. Fantastic. A great idea. Also, he gets the Landsraad quarters to help combat any sort of gov play. Let's see. Political entente. Probably because this is the stage of the game where if he hasn't been attacked yet, most likely he will be. Wow, Black Barsuk proves me wrong. 100%, brother. If you were about to get into skirmishes, or you already were, and especially if you have the manpower production to do it, 100% the right play. Now, absolutely, Black, you made the right call for your game. No doubt, brother. Thank you for explaining that. Now, with the political entente, people are about to be betrayed, most likely. And this is about the time when he's going to start throwing up some forced truces. So the extra Landsraad guard technology is crucial for that late game 3v1 Atreides experience. And Landsraad guards are just so tanky again. Something else is I almost never get this technology. Almost never when I play Atreides. And it's entirely just because I'm bad and never really thought about it. So I'm excited to see me get this tech more often and enjoy these extra guards in future games. Yeah, propaganda makes sense. Of course, Proud Liberator in the late game, because before then your standing isn't that high. Black, I was in constant war with smugglers. I did the most attacking. Well, okay, I can't say I did the most attacking. Let's show the Carfax, Black. Let's show the Carfax. Whoever killed more units did more against Atreides. Look at that. Look at that. Double your units killed. I was the aggressive one, brother. I was slowing down smugglers. I did my job. And look at this too. All 4 factions. Black, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Smugglers is crazy nasty. Okay, Ecaz. Let's talk about their thought process. I don't quite know Ecaz as well as I do other factions, but I am absolutely excited to see what they did. So Ecaz, right off the rip, local dialect studies, extra cheaper authority to annex villages. Ecaz needs to expand their authority. Yeah, Beach Cat. I missed it. I was busy, man. I was busy. It would have been epic to catch on camera, I'm sure. Two armies battling it out in an Alaika fog. They cannot be controlled. They're stuck. Black Barsuk, if any of you happened to get a Steam clip, or maybe for some reason you were recording on your own, I would love if you could clip that and send it to me. Okay, so with the local dialect studies, Ecaz. Oh my god, so you had a scav teams as well and you got $3 grand? That is so cool, dude. Oh, that is so cool. So with local dialect studies, you have cheaper authority cost. And Ecaz is so quick to annex villages because they need to get a sanctuary up as soon as possible so that they can get that +1 authority boost from the sanctuary to then continue that cycle in an upward spiral where you get more authority, so you annex faster. You get another sanctuary, you get more authority, you annex faster. So that's something I haven't considered, just thinking about the actual technology and how it benefits the faction. So that is incredible. A nice strategy. I think I might not even capture my second village until I have local dialect. I'm curious. And that will also give my ornithopters more time to scout out the map so that I can make a better expansion decision based upon where I can place sanctuaries. I love that. And then another thing I could do would be to keep the ornithopters from exploring the villages and instead just fly over and show the entire territory with no villages revealed yet so that I can start thinking about the sanctuaries and the possibilities before the quirks get revealed with the villages, and so I have more mental space to make the right decisions as time goes on. Because before you see the quirks, there's not really too much going on. Oh man, strategies on strategies. We're not even 1 month into the game, and there's so much you can do. Dune, Spice Wars, baby. Wow. Okay, so more agents, absolutely. Political agreement, they struggle with money a little bit. And so getting the house gifts near you early, you can grab those for 500 Solari. Wonderful. Also, your Landsrad quarters as Ecaz, you might decide to rush triple blue to help your gov player or council. And the Landsrad quarters is really good to help you vote up charters early and get that +200. If for some reason the half-off statecraft technology shows up, you could rush the blue tech that makes you ineligible to be voted up once you have a charter, and use your Landsrad quarters to get a really early charter. Even if you're not going gov, that could be a nice tempo boost because you get the 2k Solari and more standing. Now, looking at survival training, beautiful, just to help you play defense. And also, this is the first tech in red so that you can move up to water and second armory upgrade slot. Really important to get those early. Now, more Plascrete. Ecaz loves production, and once again, they struggle with money, so getting the maintenance center early, great choice. Gain 80 Solari upon building a masterpiece. Great to get this early because you haven't really captured that many villages or built out that many masterpieces. Modular parts is great for that extra maximum. Hey, who did that? Who unpaused it? I'm busy, bro. Okay, technology. We have... Oh, I don't care about you, Carino. You saw everything live. Okay. Okay, and then once again, they struggle with money. So getting these spice silos early is a great idea to help give you that plus 20% spice production, because you do struggle with money. And money is so important to help build your main bases out early, because those are crucial. So with Harvester Works, it's also insane because if you build yellow masterpieces on your villages, you have a nutty +2 economy buildings, or ×2, because your masterpieces count as 2. And the Harvester Works main base building gives you yellow tech, or not yellow tech, a boost, 5% boost per yellow building in the spice village. So if you build a spice silo and 4 masterpieces, you are getting because of the masterpieces, you're getting 5% times 4, 20, double. You're getting a 40% boost. Spice silos, you're getting another 20 for 60. The the spice itself. Oh, but wait, you because of the spice silo, you can only build 3 masterpieces. So that's 30%, 50%. On top of the crew, I forget what crew do. Are they another 5% bonus? I'm not quite sure what crew do. But overall, at least a 50% spice boost. That's fantastic. Wow, 15%. So you'd end up with a 110% spice boost. And because masterpieces are so cheap, that's a really, really fast tempo boost. More militia to help play defense. That's actually really, really smart. Yeah, more command points to help your military. Museum of Unbound Arts, because that's when you're about to do the thing. Cheaper villages again, because now they're quite expensive. More agents. War banner for more manpower production. Oh, no, just kidding. He doesn't get that red tech until later. Probably just for the unit itself then. Oh, wow, around a champion. So as long as you have a strong economy, you can get a champion early. And that is going to give all of your units minus 10%. So it's actually really good if you make this happen. Something else that's cool is with cultural tourism, I rush this tech because I think it's super good. But early on, you don't really have any sanctuaries, so this is kind of a waste. So for him to get this later, it's awesome to see how by getting it later, it's actually more effective. Because the more tech you get, the longer it takes to research more tech. So by making sure you pick the most beneficial techs early, you gain a really nice tempo advantage. And so now that you're 3 months in, you probably have 2-3 sanctuaries, so it's an immediate boost. And this is also where your water starts to struggle because you've been building out your villages more since the beginning. So that water boost kind of supplements that drain. Man, just phenomenal. Phenomenal tech path here. And then he finishes out with the crew training program. Yep. Okay, and then he gets countermeasures and spams influence production so that he can spend a bunch of influence every council and get extra guards to help his defense. This is also about the time where he has a max command point army, or like 55 command points. And so this is a great tech to get to allow him to max out now that he's there. 5 months in is probably a great time to build a garden. So getting this tech once you are building the garden is a great idea. More border defense, fantastic to help get that defense, because you're probably cooking at this point and just need to sit back, or you're starting to become a real guff threat. Okay, and then you're probably trying to up your influence production, so then you get Landstrat support, because now you have the extra agents because you got spying logistics earlier, and you're able to build out these bad boys. Okay, yeah, get political art. Yeah, I mean, this really isn't that important until late game. I like that. And then, yeah, you don't really have max information levels until the very end. So getting Cosmopolitan Elegance once you're near the end game is a great idea. Wow, a fantastic tech path from all factions around. Everyone was super close in hegemony. This was the single greatest Dune Spice Wars experience I have ever had. I like the side conversation about Sards. Thank you for having a cute little chat. That's also interesting to think about. YouTube, I'm honestly so proud of this recording. I think this was one of the single greatest products I've output as well. So please like, subscribe, and comment below if you enjoyed this video. It'll help me feel more confident and excited to make these. So have a wonderful day, and hey, if you're still here, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!